NBA Playgrounds, the old-school hoops title that rebooted the NBA Jam approach in 2017, is back with a sequel. This time, 2K Sports has joined on as the publisher as well, lending a hand with some development and licensing. NBA Playgrounds 2. NBA Playgrounds 2 credit.
Beware of the Hawks. Underestimate these guys and they will swoop in and eat you alive. They're a talented team of true competitors who are hungry, always on the hunt for new prey, and I am fresh out of Hawk Hunt, so let's start this thing. Breathe in.
Arcade action is still
just enjoy this moment.
The fast-paced
defense is like a wall holding back that drive.
Saber Interactive and 2K
understand
that the charm and appeal from the original are in its elementary.
Strong D controlling that drive.
The gameplay feels just as smooth as it did last year.
The deuce.
Gorgeous new power-ups and punishments. The new power-ups and penalties add more challenges and rewards for good and bad play. When you get the frozen hoop, it's a hilariously frustrating experience.
Defense is running down that shot clock.
Exactly how you got there. On the flip side,
he cannot get past his defender.
Signature moves supply an elevated level of satisfaction from the gameplay. The visuals on the screen during these power-ups serve as a dopamine and incentive to see the requisite speed.
Don't stand still when you got the super speed.
The addition of the season mode shows the developers understand that it's time for the game to expand its scope.
That one got away. He crashes the board and clears it out to his teammate.
Regard to the options. The season mode works well as another step up from the
the open man.
NBA season mode is brand new to Playgrounds 2.
The defense is all over them.
Order now and ball without limits.
He says, I can do this alone.
Pick.twitter.com link. NBA 2K Playgrounds at 2K Playgrounds, October 9th, 2018.
He shuts down that drive with the rebound. The defense is really controlling the pace here.
Twitter.com with link.
Streak!
NBA 2K Playgrounds at 2K Playgrounds, October 2nd, 2018. The new courts are a great addition to the game. While they're all just cosmetic and don't impact the gameplay, defender looks great and plays
on the fingertips, and it's good.
Three-point shootout is still my favorite. My favorite
defense is on him like
was the three-point contest, and it's back. In last year's game, it was added after an update. This year's game has it included from the beginning. The game is all about skill and shot timing. It couldn't be more simple to grasp. But there's still a challenge involved as every shot feels like a mini-game. The grind has balance. When it comes to the player and skill acquisition grind, the balance is refreshing. It is not a pay-to-win formula. You do have the option to pay an additional $9.99 to unlock every player in the game, however, those players will be on a bronze level when you get them, which means they aren't performing on an optimal level. In order to reap the full benefits, you still have to play and level them up. 2K's impression has been positive. We've got almost 500 players in Playgrounds to play with legends like MJ and Kobe when the game launches, and keep an eye out for additional stars releasing post-launch including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Pre-order now and ball without limits on October 16th. T.co weblink pic.twitter.com weblink. NBA 2K Playgrounds, at 2K Playgrounds, October 3, 2018. 2K's involvement helped to deliver the licenses to some really valuable legends like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Playing with them in this more comical format is almost as satisfying as using them in traditional NBA 2K. The bad credit, Brian Mazick. Hey guys, Melo got traded. The roster needs to be updated. There are a number of players who moved in trades and free agency who aren't on the right teams. Carmelo Anthony is still with the Oklahoma City Thunder. DeMarcus Cousins and Rajon Rondo are still with the New Orleans Pelicans. Who is that guy? There are more than a handful of poorly drawn players. Drew Holiday, Ben Simmons, Ray Allen, Thon Maker and a ton more will leave you asking, who is that? Obviously, these are caricatures, but it feels like we should at least recognize them. Where's the worm? While 2K delivered the likes of MJ and Kobe, Playgrounds 2 is still missing Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, and Rasheed Wallace. Those omissions are somewhat understandable because of the long-standing licensing problems with the trio. However, it's hard to excuse the absence of legends like Karl Malone, Tim Duncan, Dennis Rodman, Kevin McHale, and others. Morphing. During online play, I noticed multiple occasions where it appeared as though my player morphed from one spot on the floor to another. It wasn't a game-breaking occurrence, but it's something that shouldn't happen. The elites don't feel set apart. There isn't enough differentiation between players. Playing with great three-point shooters and defenders don't carry a satisfying payoff. That's especially the case when you're playing with bronze-level guys. I'm not looking for anyone to be completely overpowered, but if you want me to get excited about pulling an MJ card, I need to feel as though I'm controlling the GOAT when he's in my lineup. The courts look great, but I like the way the new courts look, but it would be really fun if each court had a special characteristic that actually impacted gameplay. For example, if there was a court in Seattle, maybe it rains there on and off, and it causes players to slide. If you're in Denver, the players fatigue quicker, or even something more environmental like wind in Chicago or the arch playing a role in St. Louis. It's an arcade game, so realism has no place in the action. What's wrong with keeping stats in the playground? During the season mode, it would have been great to incorporate some individual stat overlays after scores. It wouldn't need to be intrusive or as elaborate as what we'd see in a simulation sports game, but it would add to the immersion if we were shown how many points a player has scored periodically. Instant replay would be sweet. If ever there was a game that could be boosted by an instant replay feature, it's NBA Playgrounds 2. There are times when you pull off a completely over-the-top slam, and having the option to watch it over from different angles would be fun.